Go get her, go get her, go get her. We live, y'all. We live. Testing, testing. Shout out to Rumble. Twitter, Facebook. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all coming in. Prime Times 2, Intel, what up? Make sure y'all hit that like button going in, man. Skinnosphere Podcast, Episode 7. Is it hard to date because of your beliefs? Lady Davis, what's up? We got Pretty Conspiracy Roll in the building. Lisa. Jay with the Invisible Rich, what up? And yeah, we're going to be tackling this as we have been tackling all our other topics. Terry Moore, what up? And make sure you go and subscribe up to Pretty Conspiracy Roll, you feel me? Ginger, what's up? These riches coming out. Ghostface, what's good? Yeah, the Skinnosphere Podcast back in the building. I just jacked that. Yeah, I jacked that. D Price, what's good? Appreciate that, go-getter. Let me pin that. So, I see you, Rumble. Salute to Twitter, Facebook. We're gonna get started because you know we don't like to waste time around here. Time is money, and I don't know how long we got Pretty Conspiracy Roll here because right now she's suffering a bad storm in her area. So with that being said, it was kind of difficult getting her up here, but we got her. So hit the like button, and we're about to bring it to the stage, man. We're about to bring it to the stage. And again, salute to everybody who was able to be here for the Skinnosphere Podcast, Episode 7, you feel?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Content King is coming to the stage. We in the building, man. We in the building. Now, give it up, man, for Conspiracy Row in the building. What's going
Hey,
on?
everybody. How y'all doing? What's
Hey,
up, Mr. Skinny?
hey, man, good. Pleasure having you on the show.
Yes, but I apologize again if the sound go out or if y'all hear the thunder. We got a really bad storm passing over us right now.
Hey, so, uh, Conspiracy Row, well, I just call her Row, but y'all can figure out what y'all want to call her. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your channel.
Okay, well, my name is Ro, Conspiracy Ro, or Pretty and Co Ro, and I'm 31. I'm from Michigan. I got kids. Just a everyday person. Um, my walk of life is no different than y'all's. However, my channel, I like to talk about conspiracy. I like to talk about, those things that people tend to call taboo. Like we get into religion, we get into the unmentionables, to say the least.
So, is it safe to say that your channel should be taken with the open mind and come over there and just be open minded to anything?
Yes, and I have people who come over, the trolls. They come to my channel too, and they talk they mess, and you don't know what you're talking about, and I have to remind them this is a conspiracy channel, and over here, that's what we do.
Let me ask
It's
you
all
this. Let me ask you this, because I found myself a little bit in the conspiracy realm yesterday with LeBron James' son having the cardiac arrest,
yes.
and
I seen you live. I didn't have enough time to get into your live, but okay, what did you think about that?
I was thinking that maybe um, the elites figured he's not a good basketball player, so they was like to kind of save that humiliation of him not being good at basketball, like let him be like the face of cardiac arrest or some other thing.
Mm,
You know how like
like
they took Dwayne
he would
Wade's
be
son and made
he
him
would be
like
the
one of the
DeMar
faces.
Hamlin of the NBA.
Yeah.
That's a good theory. I had made the theory because I've been on a They Cloned Tyrone rampage. So at first I was thinking, well, maybe he's a clone. Maybe they're just swapping them out. They look for people of influence. They look for people who can control and manipulate the masses. But I also have another theory, and since you mentioned the humiliation thing, maybe it was something that LeBron didn't want to do. you know
Mm.
maybe it was something that he didn't honor, and this was, every now and then they'll spank you, they'll get you back in line, so this may have been a message directly to him.
Dang. So they could just spank you and make your heart stop.
Yeah. I'm sure they not, and they said he was at practice. I'm sure he goes through sees all kind of medical, providers, and it's no telling how. It could be a little prick of the skin. It's all possible these days.
Hey, well, before we get off into all of that, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all want more of that, make sure y'all subscribe up to Conspiracy Row. What is your actually how you pronounce your channel? Because I know I always find it while I add it at Conspiracy Row.
Yeah, it's pretty and co-ro, and the co is conspiracy or conscious, or so I like to keep it open to both. But yeah, conspiracy row or pretty and co-ro is how you'll find me on YouTube, and my Instagram is going to be underscore love Aries Moon.
Well, let me ask you this here. Let's get down to the nitty
Hmm.
gritty though.
Let's
Are
go.
you currently dating?
I'm currently in a relationship.
You currently in a relationship?
Hmm.
Now, with your beliefs, because I know you don't fall under any set religion,
Right.
right? So, in your belief, does your significant other does he have a religion or a set of beliefs?
Okay, so I wouldn't say that he is religious. However, he is very traditional. You get what I'm saying? So he doesn't necessarily follow everything by the book, but as far as his way of believing in things and his way of going about his daily life, very traditional. So at first I thought that would be an issue. However, we were already together. This was something that time was invested. We already have kids, and I was, still on my journey of finding out who I am and what I wanted to believe in and what I didn't believe in. So slowly over time, I kind of expressed, who I was to him just to see his reaction, and he was very understanding, and yeah, very understanding
Well, let me
and
ask,
welcoming, inviting. He was a lot more open than I thought he would be.
let me ask you this: do you think beliefs as an individual plays a hand as far as dating or finding a significant other?
Yes, definitely. Because it plays a hand in how you think and how you're going to observe things and what you're looking for as a whole. If you believe one way, like let's say if you were Muslim and that was the belief that you followed. So it could be something as simple as, okay, going on the first date and what do you eat? You
Hmm.
might have differences if y'all go to the restaurant and she orders some pork and you order, just small things like that you'll run into.
Hmm. What
So
about
yeah, like your beliefs will keep you away from people. Might keep you away from a good person.
a scenario for you, right? Say you
Mhm.
was single and like the way you believe now, and
Mhm.
do you think it would be harder for you, maybe not to find anyone to date, but do you feel like would you find it hard to trust? 'Cause, like, would you always
Yes.
have things like running through your head, like, well, what if, you know what I'm saying? This nigga was sent,
Yes.
or what if this nigga, you know?
I couldn't hear that last part. It was breaking up a little bit.
No, I was saying, would you be thinking like, what if this nigga here was sent? What if this nigga here got ulterior motives? All type of shit.
I think with the way I believe now, it would be harder for me to be back on the dating scene because I just look at things differently. I judge things differently. And to be honest, I just way back, back in the cut when I was still figuring out who I was and what I wanted to believe, I had more time, I had more patience. But now I'm clean cut. I understand who I am, what I like, what I don't like, and I don't have as much patience with people. So I think it would be a lot more harder for me today, going out on the dating scene because I just, I would it would things would stick out like a sore thumb
Yeah.
as far as like spiritual beliefs, how I believe spiritually, certain things would just stick out to me that wouldn't resonate with me. Things that people do, like it might be the way that they speak to someone else. It might be the way that it might be the music they listen to. Just little things like that.
Are you up to date to what's going on between Tasha K and T.S. Madison and them?
Now, I have been paying attention to it. I won't say I'm up to date because I didn't hear T.S. Madison's response,
Okay.
but I heard Tasha K's response.
So
So
you
yes,
you
I've
up you
been
you up to
following.
date on that? You didn't hear what T.S. Madison said today?
No, I didn't hear what T.S. I seen she went live on YouTube, I think, and I didn't hear her response yet. But I am familiar with what's going on in the conversation that's being had.
Okay. So
So you want to know my opinion?
yeah, I want to know your opinion on it because at first I was like what are they really actually arguing about? And then when I listened to it, I was like, like I'm leaning more on Tasha K's side.
Now, I believe it's a valid argument. And before I get into my opinion, I'm just going to say this. I believe it's a valid argument to be had on both sides. What I don't like about the conversation is the men entering the chat, like DJ Academics, like,
Yeah,
and their way of attacking women. Like, he's coming at just like, oh, well, you look like a transgender. So, how, things like that's what I don't like. Now, as far as my opinion, I stand behind Jess. Hilarious. I side 100% with her. I do feel like it's disrespectful to biological women. The way that trans men or women, the way that they're going about how they feel. It's okay to feel how you feel, but it's another thing when you are pushing those beliefs and those feelings on other people. And it's the same thing with spirituality. We don't just have to talk about someone's gender or anything like that. We could say the same thing about spirituality. If I'm a Christian and you're a Muslim, that's perfectly fine. The problem comes when I'm trying to make you believe what I believe, when I'm trying to force my beliefs on you. So no, they can believe whatever they want to believe, but I don't have to believe it as well. I don't have to believe that we are equals. I don't have to believe that you're as much as a woman as me just because you say you are, because it's more to being a woman just than just saying that you're a woman. It's things that we can't explain. It's experiences that we can't explain. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that.
I mean, basically, that's what it is. That's why, like when you were speaking about the men getting into it, that's where I was at with it. You know what I mean? As far as like my reaction on it, like I was wondering, um, because like they'll refer to T.S. Madison as a her. I was wondering why is that nigga getting into it.
Exactly.
That's what I was
You know,
wondering. I was like, shit.
to
Because I mean,
me,
like, at the end of the day, I don't have any problem with the LGBTQ community, but, like, some of the things that they speak on, I wonder how they could really do it. Like, how can a man actually really tell a female how they feeling? And vice versa.
yeah, that
So,
that was the craziest thing to me. And what was even crazier to me was a man, T.S. Madison, a transgender, a man, or I get confused, and that's just out of my ignorance, so I'm not sure if he's a transgender man or transgender woman, but T.S. Madison, being a man who identifies as a woman, can tell a biological woman that she looks like a man. Like, where do we draw the line?
exactly. Exactly, man. Exactly. But I was wondering how you felt about that because, like I said, that we was having conversations on that, discussing whether I would like touch the topic, and as of yet, I
Hmm.
haven't touched it. But
Well, it's a really touchy topic, so I understand why it gets people going.
yeah,
But
like we
as
not
a
we not
woman,
afraid to touch the topic, but still,
no,
yet though, I'm just like I don't want to touch a topic and don't be educated on the topic.
right. And you know what? Going back to DJ Academics, I kind of questioned, why what was his reason for really jumping into the conversation, and I'm starting to
It
feel
was a
like,
hot topic.
no, I don't even think that. I think he's just controlled opposition at this point. I feel like that
What you
he
think about
entered
the
that
Dwight
chat because
Howard
he was
topic?
told to.
What you think about the Dwight
I'm
Howard
sorry,
topic? You think that's
huh?
humiliation? The Dwight
The
Howard
Dwight
topic.
Howard. No, I think that's true. I think that's 100%
Damn,
true.
Dwight.
If I'm being honest, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because a couple of years back, I heard the story about his son, and I know his baby mama. I know Royce because she used to be on Basketball Wives, and it had came out about Dwight Howard's son. And I'll say allegedly because we are talking about a minor, but he was accused of doing things to other minors. And I always wondered, like, well, I wonder what happened with that. Well, with this coming out with him and his sexual deviancy and people saying that, that he's assaulted men or whatnot, well, that's the same thing that his minor child was being accused of. So
Yeah, it's
I just
kind of
wonder what's
weird.
going on in that home.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And not only that, they was saying that he was making the child feel bad. Like, he was telling the child, like, oh, man, what's wrong with you, man? You turning down pussy and shit. And I was like, what?
Wow.
Because Roy said that the son got that behavior from being violated by Dwight's housekeeper.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Because the son said that whenever he gets angry, he acts out sexually.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what happened. Yes.
So what Dwight was basically like paying the housekeeper to mess with the son. But the son didn't want to
What?
mess with her. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But now come to find out, man, Dwight is a 100% gay man.
Yeah.
Whether he wants to admit it or not, if this is true. If this is true.
If it's true, but I mean that did you see here he just went and did an interview with Angela Yee, and he kind of tap danced around it. He didn't really address it directly. He just said he didn't address it. He just said he won't speak about anyone in his bedroom. So that wasn't a no. That wasn't a I'm not.
Hold on, he was on lip service?
Huh?
He was on Angela Yee show today?
He was on Angela Yee show today. I just heard it earlier. Yeah, he was like, well, one thing I'm not going to do is speak on who's in my bed. So he didn't come on there to clear it up and say it wasn't a man or it was a man or I'm not like that. He just said it's none of y'all business who's in my bed. So to me, hey, that speaks volumes.
What the hell is going on here? Like, because I be hearing these people. I heard somebody say they call it different type of names because they was like, yo, Dwight Howard is trans attractive. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then I was reading the text messages and he was like, hey, listen, I'm not gay, so I don't want to offend people. But then
imagine that.
But then you sucking on the man.
What he said was, I'm not gay, but every now and then I like to do some freaky stuff or something along those lines. And it's like, okay.
But the nasty shit you doing is gay.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I'm not gay, I'm just drunk gay.
Yeah, that nigga was like, I'm not gay, I'm just nasty at times.
Nah.
So what do you call that? So what definition do you give that? Is he part-time gay? Is he Did he come out the closet on Angela Yee's show? Did he come out the closet and just say like, yo, I just do it all?
He basically just said, what I do in the privacy of my bedroom is no one's business. And if you ask me, I feel like there's no gray area when it comes to that. I feel like he's just confused on what he is. He doesn't, not that he's confused. He isn't sure. He isn't sure how people are going to perceive him once he comes out about the truth. So yeah.
So
he's just stuck in that confusion, but he's definitely.
If he didn't answer that, what was the reason for him to even be on the show then? Did he talk about the case?
What was the point of him being on the show?
Did he talk about anything like the case?
New talent. He didn't even speak on the assault charges. He never mentioned them. He never even spoke on those, and he has a whole lawsuit pending against him for someone saying that a man saying that he was sexually harassed by him.
Man, hey man, it's crazy, man.
So yeah, I was thinking about doing a live about that topic too, the Dwight Howard. I might even. So that's a little messy though.
I'm probably gonna touch on that tomorrow since we touched on it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch your live
with the Bronny James situation, and we're gonna check it out. I mean, like it's just so weird now because it goes from this thing hardly ever happening to now we seeing it happen like every 6 months, like the football player. Then like now we, I mean, but Bronny was a big one.
They drowning us in it now.
They drowning us in it, and then a lot of people don't want to wake up and see reality, like with the R. Kelly situation. Like, so we just gonna sit here and act like that we don't know that he messes with
Right.
underage
And
girls
knowing we knew about R. Kelly for years, for decades.
since he came out.
Yeah.
So now we gonna
But you
act
know
like
what?
it. So now we
Going
gonna,
back listening to his songs, though, it all makes sense.
especially the ones back when Aaliyah was alive.
Say, age ain't nothing but a number. Seems like you ready. Your body's calling. He was, he was laying it all out in front of us.
Yeah, now that's a deviant. But
He was honest in his work. That's what he was.
what do you think about this here? This not only this here YouTube platform, but social media as a whole. I always say a lot of these here sexual deviants and a lot of these here people who haven't been convicted of no crime in the street, but they have this here type of sexual deviance about them. They hide out on the internet.
Yeah, it comes out one way or another. You know, they can only cover it up for so long. Now, did you see that video of what was the guy name in Chicago, Lil J? They released footage of him in jail with the with he had a man sitting on his lap.
That was them sitting on the lap. A man sitting on it. Yeah, I saw that.
And he's supposed to be some big gangster thug. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they like, this who King Von was scared of. I'm like, wait a minute. These men be tough on the street and go to jail and be jail gay?
Shit, a punk will kill you.
But look, I bet when he come home, he not gay either, right?
But you know what? That's what a lot of people been saying. Like, where are the gay bloods? Where the gay Crips at? All these people who be back there doing all that shit. Like, you don't never hear. But now all of a sudden, a openly gay Crip done came out.
Okay. Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, the openly gay Crip done came out, and
really?
Yeah, and OG Percy taking pictures with him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, go and check that out. There's a whole lot of shit going on, right? There's a lot of content out here right now.
I'm going to go check it out. But you know what? I'm not even surprised by the stuff that turns up on social media these days.
Dwight Howard is an interesting subject.
They outdo themselves every day.
Dwight Howard is an interesting subject. You know why? Because this man is a basketball player that's made a lot of money. And like even I admitted in my video that shit, I had liked how I fucked with Dwight. Like he was one of my favorite centers. Like watching him play ball.
A real masculine man, you know, he's athletic, you know, everything. And I could see why he wants to keep it under wraps, you know, like, and I think he mentioned something about people wanting to destroy his reputation on the Angela Yee interview. So I mean, I can see why he wants.
Man, ain't nobody trying to destroy your reputation, man.
No. You gotta be true to who you are first.
You around here looking like the Incredible Hulk, and you raping niggas.
Yeah, and no one's trying to destroy his reputation. He assaulted somebody, like allegedly.
Yeah, if you rape the dude, you should be in jail.
Yeah.
But I don't even think the dude trying to take him to jail. I think he just trying to, it's a civil case.
He's trying to get the money, right. And you can't blame him, you know.
But what I'm saying with Dwight,
if you forcibly rip someone's underwear off of them and start performing fellatio on them without their permission, then technically you are assaulting them.
Yeah, that's more than being a little nasty.
Dwight didn't even wait for a response. He didn't even. He just got straight into it. He just got. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's more than being just a little.
Before.
That's more than being.
You've done this before.
Yeah, that's more than being just a little nasty.
Go tell Marcus.
Yeah, that's way more than being a little nasty. But
yeah,
but my thing was. How he used to
Now
put
you
these.
pimping sexual deviancy, and if you'll do that, then what else will you do?
My thing
How
is,
far will you go?
he used to put these here, um, cease and desist on Royce.
Mm.
Yeah, so like she couldn't speak about him. I wonder what Royce witnessed.
Oh, Royce knows it all. I'm sure she knows it all. But I'm sure she probably signed some NDA or something, and that's why she won't speak out. But with this coming to light, maybe we'll be hearing from Royce soon. I can't. It's too much in my background.
For
You
sure.
know,
Like, I
we might
mean,
be hearing from her real soon.
she probably can't speak out.
Huh?
She probably not gonna be able to speak out.
No, probably not. Now, did I know you saying about Obama? What was it? His chef turning up there?
What?
Yeah, Obama. I believe it was his chef or something. Somebody in Obama's court. They turned up dead. They said that he drowned while kayaking.
Was Obama with him?
No, Obama wasn't with him, but he wasn't that far from his vineyard. And I believe that maybe he had some secrets about Obama that Obama maybe didn't want to get out.
Dang.
They say it's all kind of theories about Michelle and Obama, and now this young black man just turns up dead, and who
Immerse
knows?
me in your world, conspiracy role. Like, take me into the conspiracy world. You know what I mean? Because
You sure you ready to go down that rabbit hole?
yeah, I want to go down there with my people in this here chat so they can take me down that
Let's
rabbit hole.
go. Well, pick a topic and let's go to it.
All
Let's
right,
go there.
I will pick a topic. Have you went down the conspiracies of YouTube and this new monetization?
No, enlighten me.
Nah, I want something that you already up on.
Huh?
I want something that you already up on.
Okay, and this was breaking up a little bit.
No, I was
But
saying,
okay, let's talk about something I'm already up on.
hold on, I'm about to go to your page.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to go to your page and then
Okay.
I
I
will
know
know.
I just talked about the Bronny thing and whether, okay, so did you see the movie They Cloned Tyrone yet?
No,
You haven't seen it?
no.
Where your subs at? Y'all haven't told him to watch this movie?
No, they
You have
sure
to go
haven't.
see it.
They cloned Tyrone.
Oh my.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna watch
They
it tonight.
Cloned Tyrone. You have to go
Okay,
watch it.
take us down. Take
you.
us down the conspiracy theory. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Okay. Well, at first I had my before watching the movie They Cloned Tyrone, I had my own thoughts. I was thinking like, okay, well, without getting into what happened to him, because we heard multiple conflicting stories. He got sick on before hearing that he got sick, we heard that he fired all the people in his camp, and then he got sick and he went to the hospital. People were saying that he was calling the police from the hospital, that he didn't feel safe, and there was just all these conflicting stories. So at first I was thinking like, what was my first thought? My second thought was Tom Cruise, though.
Tom
I'm like,
Cruise?
well, does this not have something to do with Tom Cruise and Scientology? And, because, he was dealing with Tom Cruise's ex-wife. So at first I was thinking along those lines. But after watching this movie, I'm almost feeling like, well, did they not want this movie to come out? Were they upset about this movie? Because they dropped a lot of jewels in the movie. And with the movie being
Oh, I think the storm got her. I think the storm got her, y'all. I hope not. What's up, big cuz? We're gonna wait for a minute. I hope the storm didn't get her. Appreciate everybody who's watching. Um, she's back. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
glad you came back. I was like, yo, I hope the storm didn't get you. But
I
yeah,
thought it did for a
that
second.
Cloned Tyrone. Um,
Hmm.
I'm looking at the chat and yo, how long that movie
What's the
been?
test?
Is Jamie in the movie?
Yes, he's in the movie, and he's a
Oh,
clone.
okay.
He gets cloned in the movie as well. So before we even knew that he was gonna be cloned in this movie, people were always already speculating that maybe he got cloned, as a joke. And then here comes the movie, and he actually gets cloned in the movie. So I
Mm.
don't know if that's Hollywood trolling. I don't know if they were just trolling us or if they really showing us what it is, because we are now in the age of information, and full disclosure. So we can take it as a joke, but it may very well be the truth right in front of our face.
Will take me down the conspiracy about a weather machine. Do you think a weather machine really exists?
The heart machine.
The weather machine.
Um, I believe that the weather machine and the heart machine are like one and the same. I think we're
Oh,
talking about the
the
same.
shit where they can like make hurricanes and all that shit.
Yes, that's the heart machine, and you may be, and the CERN machine is something different. The CERN machine is like the we'll get into that in a second. That's a little bit more difficult. But yes, it definitely does exist. The question is, are they using it? You can Google the heart machine, and HARP is just a acronym for a bigger definition of what it is. And I don't know what it is, but you can Google it. But yeah, it definitely exists. Do they use it? I believe so. When we have all these catastrophic events, um, like Hurricane Katrina, or I can't think of one more recently. But even with all the hurricanes that come and they pass now, they do a lot of damage. Now, I think the reason for it is so that I think that they want to reclaim some property. In some cases, like when you think about when it happened in New Orleans, when you go down there now, it's all changing. The faces have changed. It's not as many black people down there now. It's been gentrified now. So I think that's one of their secret weapons for kind of getting people out of the way when they want to redecorate.
Yeah, relocate black folks.
Yeah. Yeah. When they, and instead of just coming in and asking us, or, giving us an incentive to leave, how about we just make y'all leave? You have no reason to stay.
So what? So what? Um, it's amazing when I speak to you, your age and the outlook that you have on life at this here young age. What age was you when you realized that
Things wasn't right.
that you realized that you didn't allow religion to hold you in this here construct?
Hmm. I talked about this on my page. I have a video called like My Spiritual Journey Part One, and I kind of get into like what really got me going down the conspiracy path, and what really got me away from religion, and ultimately being exposed to the information that I was ignorant to at first. I never knew about these things, but once I found out about them, I only wanted to learn more. And what happened was I was getting into, it was around the time like the Da Vinci codes were a really big thing, and the Bible codes and those things. I was getting really deep into those, and they were saying how it was predicting the future, and it was telling everything that happened, even from the DC snipers. I was probably about 13, 14, and it kind of scared me to death. I'm not gonna lie. But I was intrigued, and I kept digging, I kept researching. And one day, our bishop from our church came over, and he was talking to my parents, and he mentioned the Bible code. I've been telling my parents about it, I've been telling them about the movie, the Da Vinci Code, and how it's really all, you know what I'm saying? They do have these hidden messages and things. And this was before I even knew about gematria, just strictly the Bible codes and the Da Vinci Code. And yeah, the bishop came over one day and he hinted at something about the Bible codes. And I just popped up and I'm like, you know about the Bible code? I told y'all it was real. Like I got so excited. He's like, yeah, they predict this and predict that, and these things. This is how they break it down. This is how they convert. You got to turn this into numbers and this and the third. And it was just one of those I told you so moments for my family, for me to my family, and it kind of really propelled me into what I was into. It was like that moment of reassurance, like, oh yeah, you're on the right path.
So you in the numbers and gematria too?
Yo, definitely, definitely. And my biggest thing, my biggest thing is trying to show people how all these things are related. Like the same with religion. There's no separation. There's no hey, somebody out there. There's no separation in these things. They're all just pieces to a puzzle. From the gematria to the everything, even from the symbology in the movies, the secret codes, all these things are one and the same. They're all working together to reveal to you a bigger message. That's how I see it anyway.
Yeah, I was wondering, man, because we could go.
You up there? Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, we could go. We could go
down here trying to figure out what I'm doing. They see me on this phone with this green light. They're like, "What is she?"
Yeah. Yeah, we could go on and on about this here subject, but
no, I can't. No.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is where we about to go, like we'll be here all night, especially if we get into the gematria and all that in the side of everything. But the interesting thing that I be wanting to know is how do you feel about the afterlife?
The afterlife?
Yep.
I feel like it definitely exists for those who think that it doesn't. I feel like that's a big argument. I feel like it doesn't exist in the way that we're taught or in the way that we believe. It's beyond what we can never think of. Um, I read a lot of books though, and a lot of different books, a lot of different religions. And what I've come to, the basic understanding that I've come to, or the common understanding that I've come to, is that how you live your life in this realm, in this world, or in the realm of the living, however you want to say it, how you live your life today is going to directly affect what type of afterlife you have. Now you can believe that's going to be you going to heaven. You can believe that can be you going to hell. But it can also be you just reliving your worst moment of your life over and over and over and over again. It's all about making peace with your life now, making peace with where you are now, so that you can go to a peaceful place when you leave. Like you can't. I feel as though like the law of Ma'at, like you have to have your heart as light as a feather. You can't go into the afterlife with any baggage, with any guilt, with any. All of those things are going to transfer into your experience over there, if that makes sense. So yes, I definitely feel like there's an afterlife, but I also feel like it's what you make it. It's what you make your life here today. So if you're living a good life, if you're walking in your truth, and you're nice to people, you're an honest person, then I don't feel like you have anything to worry about. I don't feel like you have to be a part of any religion or worship anything or no. I feel like one, you are God. We all have God in us. So no, that's already a part of who we
I do
are.
agree with
So
that.
yeah, let's
But
just be the
where we
best
do
people we
disagree
can
with,
be.
I think we disagree with the afterlife part.
What do you believe the afterlife is?
I believe it's over.
You believe it's what?
I don't believe it is one.
No, it definitely is one. But what do you think it is?
I believe once we check out, it's over with. Now I do believe that I like energy has to go somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, so I do believe that like our energy transfers on, but I just believe everything is a big lie, and the reason why I believe that is because the same people that push heaven and hell is the same people that push
Hmm.
Santa Claus, and we know that Santa Claus
Exactly.
was a lie.
Exactly.
So why am I supposed to believe you now that if I need to be good and
Hmm.
I can be bad all the way up till I'm about to die, and then I can say,
Right.
please forgive me for all
God
my
forgive
sins,
me.
and then I can
Right.
just go to the same place where somebody who has been good this whole time go. I don't buy that.
Yeah, no, I don't buy that in that way either. But like you said, I do believe that energy never dies, and when we're talking energy, I believe energy and consciousness are like one
I
and the
believe we
same.
all
So
been here before. You know how like we be saying like we can go like to a state that we never been before, and then we be like, damn, I
exactly,
seen this shit.
exactly, right. I feel like I've been here before.
And I
All of
believe
those
that when
things.
your energy leaves, it just it just binds with other energy that's out there
Mm.
until
So
it's
you
its
don't
time to
believe
come
that
back.
you don't believe that the energy is no, you believe the energy is no longer conscious of self. Like,
Yeah.
do you think like okay, you just
It
go be a
can't be
part of the
conscious of
tree,
self because
and
when it recycles, then you would
you would still
obviously
have your
take
memory?
on the same characteristics that you left.
Okay, but some people believe that when we rebirth, respawn, or reincarnate, whatever you want to call it,
That's
we
the
die and
perfect
we
word
come
you
back.
just used,
Some
respawn. That's
I've
what
been
I
using that one
believe.
a lot lately.
That's what I believe
I've
though,
been using that one a lot.
but you might not respawn as a person.
Right, right. And but to me, responding would mean the difference between responding and rebirth would mean if I respond, then I come back with my memories. I come back into the same life. That's how I would look at responding. Like I come right back.
Yeah, responding is come right back where you
Yeah,
died
yeah,
at.
yeah. Now, do you so you don't believe in reincarnation?
No,
No, Mr.
I mean,
Skinny.
I mean, in a way. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
just don't
believe,
believe.
I don't believe that when you die, you go to this fictional place where like it's nothing but castles and everything, and if you've been good, you just sit up there and
So you just don't believe in heaven and hell.
I don't believe in the stories we've been told about it.
Right. No, I agree. I believe the
Because
afterlife is
if you
nothing
read
like
the
what we've
book,
been
if you
told.
look at how things is going today, the things
Yeah.
that was frowned upon and condemned back then get you canceled now.
Exactly. And the things that were cool back then are not cool now, like slavery.
Like if we
you
was to
know,
stand up,
it's not cool.
if me and you was to go out right now and preach Sodom and Gomorrah,
Hmm.
they'd take our channels.
Yeah, they would.
But
They
just
would.
but just 20 years ago, everybody was
Less than
preaching that,
that.
to the point now that churches can't even get grants if they touch on that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, preachers can't even get government grants if they speak negative against homosexuality.
Oh
And that's
wow.
in the Bible that they're supposed to be preaching. So I'm like, yo,
Hmm.
if the
No
government
wonder we have all these new age churches conforming and
right, right.
accept just so
If the
accepting.
government can
They can't afford
control,
to turn anyone down.
and this ain't the first time, if the government can control religion, because remember first, what did the government do? Let's take this shit out of schools.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if the government, like, it's just like everything moves on what it's like the new world order, like what they say. Okay, we're gonna push the LBGT
They've done
community.
it. We've been waiting on the New World Order, and they've already done it right
Yeah,
in
it
front of our
already
eyes.
been started. It been started.
Yeah. Look, and that's why I'm telling you again, you have to go watch that Cloned Tyrone, because it touches on how the churches are controlled by the government and everything in the Black community. Like,
Do it touch on the shot, like the pandemic?
No. However,
did you hear a lot of conspiracy theorists saying that Bronny James took the shot and that's what did it?
Well, a lot of people who have taken the shot, it did it to them. So it's not too far fetched. And I don't know if you've seen that story about the people in Mexico. They were saying like all of them had taken that medicine and they were all getting myocarditis. Like, yeah. So it's not too far fetched to believe.
My brother said cookie. And Maya said no.
Okay. I'll get you a cookie in a second. He wants a cookie.
Yeah. You got to love all the crumbles kids. But yeah, man, I'm like, it's weird, but that's my thing. I'm like, yo, if you'll lie about Santa Claus, you'll lie about heaven.
Yeah. How about now they're in Florida? Did you see where they're taking, they took all of the African American studies just about out of school, and now they're teaching that how slavery was beneficial to Black people?
Whoa. How do you feel about that Titanic?
You want to be on here for another hour, don't you?
Did you feel? I felt like it was a ritual. What you feel?
It was definitely a ritual. There's a whole backstory behind that. I don't know. Y'all go check out the Imagination Guru. He does a really good video on it. What I didn't know was 14 years before that. Okay, the submarine that imploded was the Titan, right?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And before that, the Titanic sank, right? No, don't touch it. But 14 years, no, don't touch it. 14 years before the Titanic sank, there was a book called The Wreck of the Titan. Stop. I got it. There was a book called The Wreck of the Titan. And The Wreck of the Titan, the ship that was described in the book was damn near identical to the Titanic. Now, the Wreck of the Titan, the Titanic, and then the Titan submersible. So, no, I definitely feel like this is all a ritual. Way back from when it first started, when they first wrote the book in the 1800s, 14 years before the Titanic ever sank. No, I also think, though, too, is it a ritual or are we witnessing God's hand at play? Like it could be one in of the two for me. Like what happened? And I feel the same way about gematria. Like, is this something abnormal or are we really just witnessing God's hand at play? Like this could really be just God's work. God could work through numbers.
Well, I mean, to me, I feel like numbers is the closest thing that you're ever gonna get to figuring out what's really going on. I feel like mathematics is the key to figuring out what's going on. But when you speak about God, who are you referring to?
I'm speaking about not Jesus, but no disrespect to those who are. But
no, because I believe in Jesus.
Yeah. So no, definitely no disrespect, but that's just not the walk that I follow. Which, like I said, I don't follow any walk. I'm speaking.
But you know who I believe Jesus? Do you know who I believe Jesus was?
Who?
I believe Jesus was somebody like any average person who was. I feel like Jesus was probably the first big revolutionary who was going
of that time.
Yeah, who was at that time who was going around preaching the truth and they was like, "Yo, we got to get him off the streets."
So like it was
They
just
sent
somebody
to
who was
set
held
him
in
up.
really high regard. Like
Yeah.
today, the equivalent would be, well, I don't know, I can't say that, but like when Nipsey Hussle died, you know how
I
that
think
impacted
the
them.
equivalent to him would have been Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. But no, in today's society, who's the equivalent? Do we
Nobody.
even have one?
Nobody.
We don't even have one.
Nobody.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's
That's
sad.
so sad.
The reason why I say nobody is because
Yeah.
I think Obama was a plant.
He definitely was.
And when
Not
I think of people
elected.
like Al Sharpton and them, I'm like, nah.
Plant.
Yeah, see, the government has got involved now and just put black people in our face.
Mr. Skinny, you have to go watch They Cloned Tyrone.
I'm gonna go watch that as soon as this here interview's over.
You have to. And let me know as soon as you do what you think. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like.
I tell you what, once I watch it,
it shows how the government is behind all these black faces or all these people in these places. Like, you know, it's really them. You assume even it shows how the government has us all mind control. When I say us, I'm talking about the black community. It shows how our thoughts aren't even our own. You know, like it gets to the nitty gritty, and it's really like it's a wake up call. It's a slap in the face.
I mean, you can prove that. You can prove that the government has it down pat. Like I said, once the internet was rolled out to the world, to me that was the beginning of the new world order.
Exactly.
And the new world
bringing everybody closer together.
And to me, the new world order is basically Google, Apple, like the all seeing eye, because like it's not no coincidence. It's not no coincidence that I get on here and I'm like, yo, I want to get a wrestling belt and put in my background. Like I'm thinking this, and then when I pick up my phone and go on Instagram, it's wrestling belts on sale.
No, I was just having that same conversation with my brother because we were talking about the movie They Cloned Tyrone, and he was saying like how he think like certain people in Congress and in the Senate, he felt like they were clones, and then something popped up on his phone saying like a senator, like he had an anger, something happened to him. He like, why are they sending this stuff to my phone? Like, are they listening to me? I'm like, they might be. We were just talking about that.
For real, man.
He's like, no, I don't follow any of these pages. Like, it was just weird for it to pop up in his phone.
It's for real.
I'm sorry?
No. I was saying, it's for real, man. Like,
yeah.
Artificial intelligence.
Big brother is definitely watching.
Yeah, artificial intelligence, algorithm. All that shit is for real.
Yep, and it's taking over. Artificial intelligence, they microdosing us with it right now, but it's about to be everywhere. And that's the real enemy. That's who we really should be scared of.
Yo, somebody just Wendell just donated and said, all be mindful and aware this winter, observe who start wearing masks again. The government will regulate inorganic meat, and the demise of black and brown family will be the project.
We've been the project, but you're right. We're still the project.
I mean, shoot, the government been letting inorganic meat come through.
Yeah, they just announcing it now.
Yeah, I noticed that when I went to Jamaica. You know what I mean? Like Jamaica is like all natural.
Yeah.
You know, like they grow their
meat just tastes completely different.
Yeah, they grow their cows, they grow their chickens, and,
wow.
And you know what I'm saying? Like when I was over there, I was eating more and losing weight.
Wow.
And then when I came back, it was like I'm eating less and I'm gaining weight.
Gaining more.
And I'm like, yo, it's cause over here, you know, we got steroids in the food and if you don't
Yep.
pay that extra money to
Wow.
get whole food, and then you don't even know
Right.
if those is whole. You feel me? So
Exactly. You taking a chance with those. Even the food people say, hey, why don't you just start growing your own food? But can we even trust the seeds at this point?
you
We
right.
can't even trust
Right.
the water. Even if the seeds are good, the water we using is bad. So
Yeah, shout out the window man for that question, but yeah, that I don't
thanks, window.
when you know better, you do better.
Yeah,
And that's one thing about the food. Like if you got to pay a little extra, I know food is high now,
it is.
but
Regular food is
try to get
high.
that 100% all natural, cause
Yeah. You gotta make that sacrifice
yeah,
and
you putting that in your
you'll feel
bloodstream.
better for it.
Yeah, you putting it in your bloodstream. But
Hmm.
before I let you get out of here, pretty cold roll. Did y'all put
Hmm.
her? Okay. Did y'all put her link out there in the chat? Salute. Salute to It's Just Jules. Salute to the moderators out there that do a fine job. If y'all need to find her link, y'all can go to my community wall because I've been sharing it all day. But yeah. How important the reason why I say this is because you are not bound by religion, but you speak about God. Like
Hmm.
the reason why I say um is it
No, because I believe in God. I
yeah,
don't believe in religion.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Um and hey, that's a powerful statement that you just made if people just break it
Hmm.
down. I don't have time to break it down.
You know.
I think a lot of people should feel like that. I believe in
Yes.
God, but I
Yes.
don't believe
The
in
power
religion.
the power is in God, not the religion.
And I guess
And
that's what I think about when I
mhm.
be saying life after death. I think that's
Mhm.
more religion.
Exactly. Yeah. All of our beliefs on afterlife or what God is and what God isn't come from religion. You know? When
Yeah.
have we really sat and thought about who God is and outside of religion?
But,
Because I've had instances where, and I tell this story all the time. One day I was just looking at the trees and they looked like they were living. Like they looked like lungs, inhaling, exhaling. And it made me feel like, well, wait, is this whole thing a living organism? Like, well, wait, maybe I'm looking at things all wrong. God is in everything.
well,
You can find God
we just got
everywhere.
a question from Hot Plate Steak. Hot Plate
Hmm.
Steak said the best way to eat organic is to boil a steak on a hot plate. Peace organism. What do you think about that?
Um, one more time.
The best way to eat organic is to boil a steak on a hot plate. Peace organism.
Um, I have no idea how that's organic or what that even means. Boil a steak on a hot plate.
Yeah, that's the best way to eat organic. That's what this
I
is.
don't. But why can't
Have you ever
what?
boiled steak? I mean, I know you cook.
No, no,
Okay.
never boiled a steak. Broiled or boiled?
Boil.
Never thought to boil a steak. I've heard about people like boiling their chicken before they fry it. Never even tried that. No, I don't boil food. I don't. No, I'm not gonna say I don't boil food. I definitely boil food, but I don't. I've never boiled a steak. No. Have
Yeah,
you?
it's kind of hard to imagine putting water in
Yeah.
a hot plate and boiling a steak. Like, I mean, how could we get it well done?
And it sounds like unnecessary work too, because now after
Does
I
it sound
boil it, I'm still
organic
gonna
though?
have to fry it. I'm gonna still have to fry it a little bit, make
But I mean, it's definitely
get
cutting
the
down the
edges crisp.
grease. It's definitely cutting
Yeah.
down the grease.
No, definitely, definitely.
But shout out to
I
Hot
do
Plate
try to bake
Steak though
more.
for the question.
I do try to bake more though than I fry. Like I'll bake, even I mean anything that you can cook any other way. I'll bake. Chicken,
How do you feel about your
fish.
significant other taking you on a vacation? But how would you feel about your significant other taking you on a vacation for 2 days? But when you get there, they unpack their bag and they got a hot plate, and then they, instead of taking you out to eat and stuff, they just go and run to Walmart and buy shit, and they just come back to the room and cook it.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I wouldn't want him to bring a hot plate. We could just get a room with a kitchen, with the, we can get the stove and refrigerator.
Well, what if you couldn't afford that, so you had to bring the hot plate?
If that's where we are in life, then that's just
because
where we
if you just staying there 2 days,
and you have to pull a hot plate out your suitcase bag, then that's just what we got to do. If that's who I'm with, that's just how we rolling. That's where we at. I see those things on Facebook all the time. Would you go on this picnic date, or would you do this? Yes, when you love somebody, of course you would.
But it's safe to say you wouldn't brag about it. But it's safe to say you wouldn't brag about it, though.
No, I wouldn't brag about it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be on the internet. You wouldn't be on the internet saying, "Yo, my baby got this 4-star meal out the hot plate."
No, you know what? I would keep it cute, and I would keep it short. We had a good meal tonight.
About as short as the trip.
Right.
But
and speaking of trips, don't forget what we talked about, getting something together for you and your subscribers. Maybe a cruise or a retreat at a resort or something. Let's definitely do that.
SkinnyCon 2.0, yeah.
Yeah.
For everybody who thought SkinnyCon was gone, nah, we got this thing. See, you spoiling the stuff. You spoiling a lot of stuff. A lot of people is getting gems off this. But
we can see how good their memories are.
Yeah, SkinnyCon 2.0, we're gonna get people to sign up. And we're gonna be doing it big, so
yeah.
Then everybody who was really
how
down,
big is up to y'all?
Everybody who was really down, we'll see who's really down. But
I'll be there.
Yeah,
I didn't go to the first one, but I'll be at the next one for sure.
Right, and then you'll be able to come and do your thing and talk to content creators or whatever, and we're gonna have this thing here planned out. But
it'll be beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. And link up if you have any travel plans coming up, or you want to vacation. Hit up Conspiracy Row for that.
Yes. Y'all can DM me on Instagram _LoveAriesMoon.
But we definitely gonna be dropping it. Matter of fact, what's tomorrow? Thursday. Hopefully by this week, by the end of this week, I can get with Ro. I just call her Ro. I can get with Ro, and I can get this here information locked in where people can start planning this. And we'll really be killing them and making them mad next year. But
I know, because you was all in Jamaica having a good time, ain't invite nobody.
Yeah, I actually did, but only
Did you?
Yeah, but only one person came. But we're not gonna have that problem. Yeah, we're not gonna have that problem next year.
No. Definitely not having that problem.
Now that you here, but with Gematria, with that being my birthday, and with me turning 50.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah. How do you need your program or
I would need it to look up anything like as far as your numbers. I don't know that one.
Yeah, I'm saying, am I supposed to be having a good year, or am I supposed to be having a mediocre year, or is next year supposed to be my year?
Now, Gematria doesn't work like that. Now, it sounds like you want to read it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I don't want no reading.
Yeah, no, I'm getting
No, I
into my
thought
tarot
gematria
thing
like
too. I'm getting into my tarot bag, so I'll
yeah,
have a tarot channel up soon.
yeah, I thought gematria like, they throw my birthday in there, my numbers and shit like that, and then they'd be like, "Oh shit, you shining."
Now, what you can do is what I've done with gematria is I haven't did my birthday, but I typed in my name into the gematria calculator just to see what things resonate at the same number frequency, and I found some interesting things. It was funny because under the numbers or under the gematria of my name, I found my significant other's name. Now I'm
Dang.
like, okay, is this a coincidence? Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, like so try that.
Oh no, I think I'm just gonna leave that to the experts.
Don't
But
tell me you
with
scared.
with
Don't
you
be
pulling
scared.
out
Skinny.
with you pulling out your reading bag, could you let people know? Because people will start thinking after the show is over that you're a gypsy, you're a Creole. Can you let them know what you exactly are?
Well, I am Creole, first of all.
Shout out to the Creoles.
We right now all the way from Marshville, Louisiana. But I told y'all my beliefs are open. I'm not anything. Don't You will limit me by putting me in any box. I I'm open to learning, and that's really where I want to keep it because I don't want to set any expectations on myself, and I don't want anyone else to. I can go to a Christian church. I can go to a Catholic church, and I feel like when I go into these places, like I'm the most open-minded person there. Everyone else is restricted because of their beliefs. When I can go, well, I just heard something similar at the other church, and now I see how the two tie in together, and someone else won't be willing to listen to it. But I'm able to get a overview. So no, guys, I don't believe. Like, I'm not saying, when I say I don't believe in Jesus, it's not. I'm not saying that I'm an atheist. I'm just saying no matter. I don't care who you call him, Jesus, Allah. It don't. We're all. I feel like we're all talking about the same people. So instead of me putting a title on it or a name, I just say God. I don't fall under any
Yeah,
religion.
I
I
identify
just follow God.
I identify as a Christian, but I
Hmm.
don't necessarily have the Christian beliefs.
Right. So you're not a traditional Christian.
No, I just identify as like, um the church that I decide to pay tithes to. Basically, I look at the
Hmm.
church as a community.
So you do pay tithes. No,
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
I
kidding.
do it as a community.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do it because like they say you should pay 10%.
Because you feel
Uh,
obligated.
yeah, it's just me donating. I look at the
Right.
church as a community. It's like me finding a church that I believe that's gonna take the money that you give them and do what
And
they
do
say that
right.
you're gonna do with it, and then that's my
Hmm.
way of giving to the community if I don't have time to
Yeah.
physically. But as far as like the beliefs, as far as all that, um, I feel like you can't. I feel like real religion, real revolutionaries are that independent. Like you can't control me. Like you don't have
Exactly.
enough money to control me. You don't have
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? The
Hmm.
people employ me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people employ. So
Yeah.
so like anybody that's connected to the government, like any religious,
Yeah. Like
um,
most churches are.
yeah, and mosques too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like
mosques too.
anything that's
And I'm just
taking,
using churches as an all-encompassing
yeah,
term.
anything that's taking government money,
Hmm.
the government has the power to tell them what to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. I look at churches the same way I look at schools. You get what I'm saying? Like, how much do you trust the education that these schools are giving out? And if you question that, then you have to question religion too. That's how I feel.
It's obviously the government doesn't put, because if you let religion tell it, religion is the best thing. It should be
Right.
first, right?
Right. And the government came and took it right out the school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, the government doesn't respect religion because the place that you go to learn,
Yeah.
they took it out.
Yeah. Yeah. And they followed up with going after the music and the arts and anything that will really open you up, anything that will really help you to, you know, to become more conscious or to grow spiritually, like music and art does. Then they took it away from you as well.
And then they sit there and talk about like bullying and harassment and chastising people for how they believe. The Bible was the biggest chastisement. Like the Bible was, yo, you don't need to be like this. You know what I'm saying? This and that. You're gonna turn into salt. You're gonna turn into all of this. So now, like, but when somebody else says it, they get canceled. But Pretty Conspiracy Row, I appreciate your time.
No, I appreciate you too. Thank you for having me on. And I just want to say one more thing about God. I just want to really reiterate the fact that, you know, my belief, and I just believe no matter what, you know, whatever leads you to happiness, whatever leads you to love and being a better person, then it doesn't matter if it's Jesus, Allah, or whatever you follow. As long as it brings you to that end goal, then you're on the right path. Because ultimately, God is love. So if you can find yourself in that frequency, in that space, then you're doing the right thing. You know, don't let anyone else tell you that you're not.
Tell them again where they can find you at, Ro.
Y'all know, come find me. Y'all see it right there on the screen. Pretty and Co Ro on YouTube. _Love Aries Moon on Instagram. Come follow me. I need get my followers back up on Instagram. It's a new page, so
yeah, make sure y'all sew up to my Instagram too, man. A lot of y'all.
Yeah, come on. Where y'all at?
For real, for real. Hey, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I'll be reaching out to you tomorrow if I don't. Make sure you get back at me about the details for the SkinnyCon.
Yes. And let me know after you watch that movie. We might have to go live again.
Yeah, we might have to go live and we might have to do a reaction.
Yes.
Matter of fact, that's what I'm about to go do now. I'm about to go watch it right after we get off.
Yes. You might be going back live tonight after you watch.
Nah, I'll hit you off. We might do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey.
Because listen, I watched that thing. I watched it 3 days ago, and I probably went like every day talking about it. It's deep.
When did the movie come out?
It came out, I believe, July 21st.
July. Okay. He was sick when it came out.
No, it came out maybe the day that he made his statement, his CGI statement. The day that he came out and said that, you know, thank everybody for all the love and support. Whenever his little video dropped on Instagram, the movie came out, I believe, the next day.
So it came out. It came out after he gave the lady her purse back.
What lady her purse back?
He got out the car and somebody had dropped their purse.
Oh yeah. I did see that. That's when they was first showing the images of him, like, oh, they just cited him here and there.
Yeah, and he was going and he was playing golf or some shit.
But then I think somebody was saying, well, wasn't he bald headed in those videos? When did he grow hair? Now I didn't notice that, but the only thing that looked weird to me about Jamie Foxx was something in his lower jaw area. Like maybe he.
Well, if he had a stroke, you know what I'm saying, he might have, you know what I mean.
You could tell. I don't know if they edited the video in a way where they tried to hide it, but you can tell something's going on in that lower jaw area.
Has he been going live lately?
I haven't seen him go live. Not the last thing I've seen about Jamie was him giving that statement thanking everyone for their support.
Yeah,
But
because
the movie was
the last time I followed it, everybody was saying pray for Jamie Foxx. He ain't doing good.
mm-hmm.
And then
Now,
shit,
I
next
mean,
thing I
in
know,
his statement, he said that he
the lady was
go ahead,
saying
I'm sorry.
like he was perfectly healthy.
Yeah. Conflicting stories the whole time. Wait, he was playing pickleball, right? And then he was on life support, and then yeah. So I'm not sure what happened to him.
What his
If you
daughter
ask
say?
me,
What his daughter saying?
look, if you ask me, that's not even him. So
Pretty conspiracy role, ladies and gentlemen. So like, definitely tell them tell them how often you put out your content.
I'm trying to get more content out. I'm trying to do it at least every other day. But right now, we've been going every day since this Day Cloned Tyrone movie. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I might do a segment called Conspiracy Hour and just go live the same time every day. So I might do like 7 o'clock, or we might start once a week. And then, if we have the content, do it every day. So be looking forward to that Conspiracy Hour.
And make sure y'all subscribe up, man.
Yes, please and thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks in advance, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation tonight. I did.
Appreciate you. You got to come back.
I will be. I told you. As soon as we watch that movie, we gonna set it up. You're gonna want to talk after we watch it.
Well, shoot, I'm about to watch it now. So shoot, it's about 11. I should be over watching it about 1 in the morning, and appreciate your time.
All right. Well, thank y'all. I love y'all. Be safe and continue being great, y'all. Bye.
Appreciate you. Pretty conspiracy road. Took time out during the storm. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the donations. Hot plate steak, Wendell, and also appreciate you, Walt, for Don's support, and I appreciate y'all, and yeah, man, another successful episode